Today, I want to talk about something that took me a long time to see clearly because when you are inside of it, it does not feel like a lie. It feels like motivation. It feels like wisdom. It feels like exactly what you need to hear to finally get your act together. But looking back, a lot of what hustle culture told me about myself, it was not wisdom. It was actually a story, a carefully crafted story designed to make me feel like I was the problem so that someone else could sell me the solution. And today I am going to name those stories one by one because I think a lot of you have been carrying them and it is time to put them down. Here is the thing about hustle culture messaging. It works very well because it wraps a lie inside something that sounds true. Hard work is real. Discipline is also real. Consistency really matters. And those things, they are not the lie. The lie is what comes after. The lie is the part where they look at you and then they say, if you are not where we are, if you are not making the amount of money that we are making, if you are not growing as fast as we grew when we were in your place, then something is wrong with you. It is not the system. It is not the economy. It is not the fact that they started with resources or a network or a season of life that looked absolutely nothing like yours. No, none of those reasons. And according to hustle culture, the problem is always you. And here is the dangerous part. When you hear that message enough times from enough confident voices with enough testimonials behind it, you actually start to believe it. So let us go through those lies. Lie number one. If you are not making money, you do not have a business, you just have an expensive hobby. This one is everywhere and it is designed to do one thing. Maybe you feel like what you are building, it does not count. I get it. Building takes time. And every business that exists today had a season where it was not making any money yet. And that season is not a failure. That season is foundation. So calling it a hobby is not tough love. It is a way to make you feel small enough to buy whatever they are selling you. Lie number two, if you are not succeeding, you do not want it badly enough. I need you to really hear this one because this lie is personal. It takes the outcome of your business, which is affected by 100 different things, your season of life, your resources, your support system, and the economy, as a lot of us can see now. And let's not forget the algorithm. And sometimes it's also the timing. And it collapses all of that into one simple question about your character. Do you want it badly enough? As if the only variable that matters is how much you want it. I have never met a woman building something who did not want it. Okay? Wanting it is never the problem. Lie number three, needing rest means that you are lazy. Hustle culture built an entire identity around not sleeping. Team no sleep. You can sleep when you are dead. Grind now, rest later. Let me tell you, for a while, I believe that needing sleep was actually a character flaw. I believe that if I was tired, I was weak. And and then I also wasn't managing my time well. Nobody told me that sleep deprivation actually makes you worse at the work. It actually makes you slower. It makes you less creative. It makes you more prone to making bad decisions and less able to regulate your emotions. So rest is not laziness. Rest is the thing that makes the work sustainable. The hustle culture gurus who preach team no sleep, a lot of them burned out. And they burned out quietly off camera, and then they show up saying that they are descaling their business. And while you were still trying to keep up with the pace, they stopped living themselves. Lie number 4. Your results are a reflection of your mindset. Now, this one comes wrapped in positivity, which makes it the sneakiest one of them all. And it sounds like you just need to believe in this more, manifest harder, pray harder. A lot of it now is wrapped in God as a marketing strategy, sadly. Oh, fix your mindset. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Think and grow rich. Abundance mindset. Scarcity mindset. Look, mindset matters, no doubt about it. And I'm not saying that it does not. But here is how toxic positivity works. It takes every legitimate obstacle that you face, real ones, like not having enough capital, for instance, like carrying more responsibility than your competitors, like building in a system that was not designed for you to win. And then it turns around and tells you that is just your mindset, which means if things are not working, it is not the system, it is not the circumstances. It is all you, 100% you. And sometimes they frame it as the way that you think or the energy that you bring. That is not empowerment. That is gaslighting with a vision board. Lie number 5, you have to sacrifice everything to succeed. You have to sacrifice your relationships. You have to sacrifice your health. You have to sacrifice your sleep, your peace, your weekends, all of it on the altar of the business. And if you are not willing to do that, you are not serious. I want to ask you something. What exactly are you building if what you are building requires to destroy yourself to get there? What is the point of the success if you are to burn out to enjoy it? Too disconnected from the people you love to share it, too sick to spend it. Sacrifice is real, but building requires trade-offs. But there is a line between making strategic sacrifices and being told to give up the things that make your life worth living. One of those things is a choice. The other is complete manipulation. Lie number 6, if you invest in yourself, meaning buy our program, success is guaranteed. Hustle culture took a genuinely good idea, investing in your growth, and then they turn it into a sales tactic. They made you feel like spending money on their course or their coaching, it was an act of self-belief. And not buying into it, it was proof that you did not believe in yourself enough. We're talking thousands of dollars for a system that worked for them in their season, and sometimes a couple of years ago, with their resources in their specific situation. And when it did not work for you, they had an answer for that too. You did not implement it correctly. You were not committed enough. You had a mindset block. Oh, here's my favorite. You had a money block. But you never hear the system was not built for your life. Lie number 7, if you are not growing, you are dying. This one kept me in a constant state of anxiety, to tell you the truth, because there are seasons in business and in life that are not about growing. They are about stabilizing, about consolidating what you have built, about resting so you can go again, about resetting, about being present for your family, about dealing with something real that life threw at you. Hustle culture has no language for those seasons. So it calls them failure. And then when you are already in a hard season and someone tells you that your hard season, it means that you're dying, that does not motivate you. It breaks you. So here is what I want to replace every one of those lies with. Your business not making money yet does not mean that you do not have a business. It means that you are in the building phase. And the building phase is real work. Not succeeding as fast as someone else does not mean that you do not want it badly enough. It just means that your life has different variables, and different variables produce different timelines. Needing rest does not make you lazy. It makes you human, and it makes you smart enough to know that running on empty, it produces empty work. Having a mindset that includes doubt does not mean that you are broken. It means that you are honest. Doubt is not the enemy of success. It is the thing that keeps you from making reckless decisions. Refusing to sacrifice everything, it does not mean that you are not serious. It means that you understand that what you are building is supposed to add to your life, not replace it. And being in a season of stability instead of growth, it does not mean that you are dying. It means that you are in a season, and seasons, they change. Here is the thing hustle culture never told you. The people at the top of the hustle culture mountain, they were not just harder workers than you. Many of them had a head start, a network, capital, a team, some form of privilege, a season of life with fewer responsibilities, timing that worked in their favor. They built in different conditions than you are building in. And then they handed you their blueprint and told you that if it did not work for you, the problem was your commitment. That is not mentorship. That is erasure. So here's what I want you to walk away knowing today. You are not undisciplined because you need rest. You are not uncommitted because your timeline is longer. You are not unserious because you refuse to sacrifice your health. And you are not broken because the system did not work. You are not behind because someone else is ahead. You are building. You are building in your life. You are building with your resources in your season, on your timeline. And that is not a consolation prize. That is the only way to build something that you can actually sustain. And here is my personal lesson from all of it. The moment I stopped measuring myself against people whose lives look nothing like mine, I stopped failing their test. And I started passing my own test, because the real question, it was never, am I making what they are making? The real question was, am I building something that is actually mine? Something that fits my life, my values, my pace, my version of success. And the answer to that question has nothing to do with anyone else's income report. I'm Webley. I am a launch and funnel strategist. And if you are done letting hustle culture tell you who you are, this channel is where you need to be. So hit subscribe. I am making new videos every day and every week. And drop a comment below and tell me, which one of these lies did you believe the longest? I want to know. And with that, I will see you in the next video.